Hello, it's Rebecca here from Precious Pages Papercraft, and today I'm sharing a layout for Peartree Cutfiles, so this video does class as an advertisement. As you can see, today I'm creating a layout using the gorgeous chevron cut file that was part of the September release. I'll pop a direct link to the cut file down in the description box below. As you can see, I've cut the chevrons 5 times on my silhouette, and I flipped it horizontally in Silhouette Studio so that I've got the chevrons facing in alternating directions. And then I've trimmed the top and bottom of my page about 1/4 inch off of each and just distressed the edge with the blade of my scissors. And then I'm just replacing the part I trimmed off with this black and white checkered paper, which is from Simple Stories Bro & Co collection. I'm just using that green and white 12x12 patterned paper just at the back, and that's just as a size guide for me, so I can make sure that once the checkered paper is stuck back on, it's still 12x12, so it's still going to fit in my album with no issues. I really liked the look of the green and white patterned paper behind my chevrons and almost decided to keep it there. As you'll see in my photos when I bring them in a second, the green in the photos of the go-kart is almost a perfect colour match to the green and white patterned paper. But for some reason, which I still can't figure out now, I decided not to go with it, and instead I reached for this patterned paper pad which I bought last Christmas from the works. So I flipped through it and selected 2 different patterned papers. And the idea I had at this point was that each chevron would be backed with a different patterned paper, so I would alternate between the 2 all the way down the page. So I start off with the first chevron with this green, white and grey patterned paper, and I just cut a bit, just big enough to fit behind the chevrons. And then on the back of the layout I apply double-sided sticky tape all the way around just the outside edge of the chevron. I don't worry about doing in between each separate chevron, just the outside. And then on top of that I just stick some cheap craft foam. This stuff's really cheap to get hold of, either in the range or Hobbycraft or probably even the works. But it's great because behind things like this, it just creates a little bit of distance between the cut file and the patterned paper, which when you flip the layout back over, it just gives a really nice shadow effect, which I really love on layouts. And I also use it just behind photos, just to lift them off the page a bit, again, just to add dimension. So as you can see, I'm just going to apply another layer of double-sided tape, and then I will stick my patterned paper to the back of that. And then the next chevron down will be the other patterned paper, and I'll just continue that until I've done all 5. I won't make you watch all 5 because it is a bit dull. It did take me quite some time. So I've just finished the last 5, brought my photos back in, and I'm not completely sure if I'm liking it or not. I keep looking at it and I can't decide, so I decided to take a break and mount my photos first. I do it first onto white cardstock, and then I go around a second time with black cardstock, which matches up really nicely with the black and white checkered paper that I've used at the top and bottom of the layout. I'm still not entirely happy with these pattern papers that I've used to back my chevrons, and the more I look at it, the more it's bugging me. So once I've mounted my photos, I make the decision to completely rip it all off and start again. So instead, I've used the same black and white checkered paper that I used for the top and bottom of the layout, and this actually works much better. I'm so much happier with this. You'll probably see in the close-ups at the end, there's actually a strip of black and white checks going all the way down the front of the go-kart. So I do think this paper works much better. And you might have seen, I showed it very quickly, I've added some machine stitching to the top and bottom of the layout, just along the checkered paper border. And I've also gone around the edge of each individual chevron with a black fine tip pen. It just balanced it out a bit more for me, and it just highlighted the chevrons a little bit more. They were just looking a little bit washed out with nothing around the edge. So I've done this border of black pen and I'm so much happier with it. So I move on to thinking about embellishing my layout now that I'm happy with my chevrons. I've used some chipboard accents and some element stickers from the Echo Park All Boy collection. I really like this collection. I'm kicking myself for not buying more of it. I think I just got a couple of papers and these stickers and chipboard. I think I might have to go back and see if I can hunt some more down. I've also picked out my title, Totally Awesome, and that's from an older Cocoa Vanilla Studio collection, Boys Rule. I'll be lucky to get any more of that, as most of you know that is pretty much sold out everywhere, but I was lucky enough to get these clear stickers, so I'll be using that for my title. And then I've got in my stash this pack of pirate themed ephemera. Now I can't remember for the life of me where I got it or who it's by, so I'll have to do some research online. If I can figure it out, I'll add it in the description box below. They might seem a little bit random at this point, but the photos were actually taken on our family holiday in August. We went to the Isle of Wight, and this go-kart park is on Shanklin seafront at a place called Pirates Cove. So as well as going on the go-karts and a couple of other arcade games, we also did a Pirates Crazy Golf. So the Pirates look a bit random, but actually it works perfectly for us because we were at Pirates Cove, and I add a little bit about that at the end in my journaling. So as usual with me, I stick some of my embellishments down flat just with some PVA tacky glue, and others I raise up on foam pads, purely because I just like that added dimension it gives and the shadow it casts around the embellishment itself. I've also added a couple of thread clusters, one under the checkered flags and one under this the red circle sticker at the bottom. I have a lot of trouble with this sticker. It just did not want to stick. I've tried PVA glue, I tried foam dots, and I think at one point I even reached for the glossy accents. It does eventually stick, but it took some doing. I've also added a few stickers here. These are from the Simple Stories Little Dude collection. Again, another collection I love, aimed mainly at boys, but didn't buy enough of it. So may have to go back on the hunt for some more. But I use that lovely car sticker at the bottom, and then I add a checkered heart and I think a couple of stars as well that I scatter around the layout. And then I just go through some other sticker packs and see what I've got that would work with the layout. I add a green sticker from this Pink Fresh Studio puffy sticker sheet which says enjoy, and that goes down the bottom there by the pirate. And then I also add one of the flat stickers in green which says fun, and I use it just on the left hand side there just to add a pop of green down that side of the page. I've got the green at the bottom with the enjoy sticker, and on the top of the photo the parrot's got some green in it, but I felt it was lacking a bit of green over the left there, so that sticker goes in there. Again, this sticker sheet is from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Boys Rule collection. I somehow ended up with 2 sheets of these. So I just get both out just to see what word stickers I've got left. One of them peeled off without the sticky side, so I've just added a bit of double-sided tape to the back of it, and just added another one underneath. And then I just pencil in some lines for my journaling. I always tend to write my journaling in pencil first because I never really know what I'm going to write, and I like things to be sort of centered and symmetrical. It really bugs me when things aren't symmetrical, so I generally write my journaling in pencil first so I know I'm happy with the placement of it, and then off camera in a minute I go over it in pen, just purely so you don't have to see my big head at the bottom of the screen. And here we go again with that red embellishment. It just will not stick. This sticker just did not like me. So I've come in with the glossy accents, and I think that seemed to work. So there we go, off camera I've just gone over my journaling in a black fine tip pen and gone over the lines as well, and then rubbed out the pencil marks. And then I just finished off the layout with a few brads just from my stash. They are black and white checkered, which fitted really well. And as you can see, that's the layout complete. So thank you very much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe, and head over to the Peartree Cutfiles website where you can get this cut file and many more. Thanks very much. See you next time.